Heading over to Saudi Arabia for a conference and a speech. We're connecting in Abu Dhabi, 3-hour layover. It's been a wild week. I had an LA trip like this. I had an Australian trip like this. I had a Brazil trip. I just forgot, that was just last week. August has been very 2017. So a little throwback, but heading over for an esports gaming thing. Obviously a lot going on in the Middle East around pop culture, soccer, a lot of culture, but most of all, like really focus on getting my work done on a plane. I think one of the things that's really interesting about travel is the ability to really catch up on work. As I head into Q4, Q3, and really try to end 2023 productively and really set up 2024 meetings in 2023. I'll work on a bunch of VFriends, business development stuff, a lot of VaynerX stuff, some Vayner Sports stuff, some Brain GaryVee stuff. Work. We do that. And I know that people that are 27 don't think they're young, because 27 you're starting to smell 30. And when you're 20, 30 feels super old. My cousin worked for my father when I finished university, but I remember when I was 22 and he was 30, I thought he was 1,000. When you're 25, when you're 23, when you're 22, 30 feels old, like it feels like a big number. But when you're 47, you know how laughable that is. Because at 47, I feel 25. I remember 25 like yesterday, it was the year 2000. I had to go to the store and make sure Y2K didn't break the computers. I remember the day I was his age, and when I tell you inside my soul, inside my ambition, inside my dreams and hopes and wants, I feel exactly like he does. So you can imagine how not worried I am at 27, but you have to start genuinely looking yourself in the mirror and asking how much of your impatience is predicated on outside opinions. And I would argue almost all of it.
In Saudi, what's the opportunity? Speaking?
No, for me, that's enjoyable. It builds brand, it builds awareness. The very important opportunity is in the practical sense of if I'm wearing my CEO hat, I need to be in the region with offices, with employees, with work in the region. Similar to how I see the world, whereas who's on offense? That's what attracted me to Silicon Valley in the 2000s. That's what attracts me to everything that I look at. Huge win for version 1. This is an esports team that I'm part owner of with the Wilf family who owns the Vikings. So pretty proud of that win.
So we've got professional footballer and esports enthusiast Gareth Bale, film director and producer Michael Bay, and then finally, last but not least, we've got GaryVee. I think we can't have this conversation without the acronym NFT.
Yes.
The way NFTs blew up, and now there's a bit of a stigma attached to it, and I don't think people really truly understand the power of blockchain.
The issue that happened with NFTs is people forget that only 1% of things work. Only 1% of films become iconic. Only 1% of iPhone apps become successful. And so what happened was it was such a new technology, everybody thought all of it was going to work, when in reality only 1% of a genre can ever reach the levels that people anticipated. So it's cliche human behavior. The greed took over. Now we reset. But the macro technology of decentralized servers will be one of the most significant things that impacts everybody in the world. And when you think about the context of a country like this, moving so much faster than the rest of the world, I do think it's a missed opportunity for people not to take things like blockchain and AI and all the emerging technologies serious, because that's where all the opportunity lies in the next half decade.
And it'll be interesting in the next 15 to 20 years where we're going to be at and how people reacted to blockchain, Web3.
Do you remember this little thing? There are many people in this audience and around the world that said they would never use this because the BlackBerry had buttons on it and they needed their buttons. Humans are very good at saying no to new technology. What all of us need to do is you must be in the business of maybe. There are plenty of people in this audience right now that have profound opinions on AI and NFTs and have never played with it. That is the issue at hand in the world in technology. Most people are not practitioners, they're headline readers.
Round of applause, please join me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
We're always consistent.
That went really well. For me, what's really important is I don't like to rush into things either. I think context matters. One of the things that make me a challenge for my partners is I prefer patience and collecting context, especially at a time of all the opportunity in this amazing country. I have a sense from afar, but I feel very uncomfortable if I don't take multiple trips and be on the ground before I think about what I want to do. I always still need to taste for myself, because to me, my favorite part about doing business is the relationship. Listen, there's something I think about all the time, which is life is not something you get to play again. It is a one-shot game, and everything I think about is mitigating and eliminating regret. Because even if it quote-unquote doesn't work, you even going through the journey is the win. Because you cannot allow yourself in 30, 40 years asking yourself, sitting there saying, why didn't I do that? And so it's not risk, it's actually the reverse. The risk is not doing and sitting with that pit in your stomach for the rest of your life. So my answer is, please go, make the jump. We're cheering for you. Let us know if we can help. Convenience and time is worth everything. Fast food was about time, not the food. We were willing to eat less healthy because of time. We're willing to compromise, that's right, the irony. That's how much we value time. If you could save time, like it's everything. If I was the head of your marketing, I would probably sell on time over everything. Wrapping up here in Saudi, very productive, 36 hours. What a month. This is just wrapping up a crazy month. Australia, Brazil, LA, Saudi, feels very pre-COVID for me. Feeling energized and focused and really just enjoying the process. You know, even as hard as these flights are, as hard as it's to being away, when you're in your element and creating and building and laying foundations and bricks, steel and the concrete to the buildings you're trying to build in your life, they are quite enjoyable. And so, no pain, no gain. Enjoying it. Hope you enjoy the vlog. Talk soon.